Namibia lies in southern Africa, bordering the South Atlantic Ocean between Angola and South Africa. Almost 2 million people live in Namibia, while it is one of the most sparsely populated countries in the world. Namibia's economy is heavily dependent on the extraction and processing of minerals for export. Mining accounts for 20% of the country's GDP. Rich alluvial diamond deposits makes Namibia a primary source of quality diamonds. Namibia is the fourth largest exporter of non-fuel minerals in Africa, the world's fifth largest producer of uranium, and the producer of large quantities of lead, zinc, tin, silver, and tungsten. The mining sector employs only about 3% of the population, while about half of the population depends on subsistence agriculture for its livelihood. Ethiopia has a healthy relationship with all African countries in political, social, and economic spheres. The country is also strengthening the existing ties and cooperations with almost all African countries. The recent visit of the Namibian Foreign Minister, high delegates, and discussions they made with the Ethiopian Foreign Affairs Minister can be taken as a good example. The bilateral ties between Ethiopia and Namibia is also based on important historical ground, both during the struggle for independence and now after independence. However, the economic and trade relations of the two countries are not as such strong as desired. In an era of globalization, besides the existing historical ties, it is very important to strengthen the economic and trade cooperations of the two sisterly countries. It is to be recalled that Ethiopian Foreign Affairs Minister paid a visit to Namibia in 2007 to discuss various bilateral and continental issues. And now in return, the visit of Namibian Foreign Affairs Minister to Addis shows the readiness of the two countries to engage in economic cooperation.
During the difficult years of struggle for independence, and now Namibia has got independence, it is important that we have to look for economic cooperation between the two states, so that of course we can see how best we can cooperate in this field for the benefit of our two people. So therefore the visit of our Ethiopian Foreign Minister to Windhoek in 2007, as well as the visit of our Foreign Affairs Minister to Addis Ababa now, it signifies that the two countries really are serious to engage into economic and meaningful cooperation.
It is to be recalled that the two countries have signed economic, science, technical, and cultural, as well as bilateral air service agreement before 2 years during the official visit of the Ethiopian Foreign Minister, Suyum Mesfin, to Namibia. The Ethiopian Airlines has now launched flight to Namibia as per the agreement. According to Namibian Foreign Affairs Minister, Namibia, which he said is a small country, has a lot to learn from Ethiopia, a very big country, in terms of its size, population, and economy, among others.
The politics in Ethiopia have grown from strength to strength in terms of good governance, peaceful coexistence, and indeed being a very big country in terms of its size, the population, and its economy. We believe that there is a lot that we can learn from Ethiopia. But of course we need to take this type of initiatives and discussions for us to realize those sharing of information and expertise, and indeed to benefit from the strong economy of Ethiopia. You know, the minister have just informed me that the population of Ethiopia is now plus minus 80 million, you know. It's a big market. And indeed, Namibia being a very small population, having a very small economy, there is a lot that we can benefit from the Ethiopian economy. But it is strong, I tell you.
The minister also said that he had a good discussions with his Ethiopian counterpart on various issues. He said that there are lots of potential areas to cooperate and work in collaboration between the two countries, especially in boosting trade and investment.
We had very good discussions, and we believe that there is quite a lot of potential that exists between our two countries. And of course, in facilitating trade and investment within the overall agreements we have signed, we are looking at specific issues within those agreements that we can implement through our two governments and indeed through the private sector participation. Now you are talking about mining. Yes, Namibia have got quite a well-developed sector in terms of mining, and we indeed have got a lot to share with our friends, brothers and sisters in Ethiopia in terms of mining. And those are some of the areas that we think our officials should now go down and look at what specific important aspects of the overall agreement we can implement in those areas.
Other than the economic, political and social cooperations, the people of the two countries have a lot to share culturally. Therefore, much more is expected in areas of strengthening and scaling up the people-to-people relations of the two countries.
We have heard about and read about the history of Ethiopia, but of course, when you connect with what you have read and with what we have seen here, and of course the real story being told by those working here, it's very, very impressive. I would have taken more time, you know, to look around. This is really impressive, very impressive. In some of our countries, you don't have this type of arrangement where you have got history documented. This is just strengthening our belief that we need to bring our cultural group troops together and to have cultural exchanges in the future. And indeed, I'm convinced we have to do that. I see a picture there that exactly resembled our Namibian women when they are dancing. Culturally, it is accepted to dress like that. So that strengthened, our discussion this morning about cultural exchange.
Both Namibia and Ethiopia have a conducive environment for conducting business. There are ample opportunities for both Ethiopians and Namibian entrepreneurs to invest and exploit the untapped resources of the two countries. According to Ethiopian Foreign Affairs Minister, Ethiopia and Namibia have broader similarities of outlook and shared concerns in a number of regional and global issues. Therefore, the two countries need to exchange views and share experiences on the dynamic situation of the African continent and other global issues of common interest.
In the 2 years since my visit to your great country, we have been able to promote our ties through the signing of two important documents: an umbrella agreement on economic, scientific, technical and cultural cooperation, and bilateral air service agreement. We are of the view that these two agreements have laid a good foundation for establishing mutually beneficial cooperation between us, although much remains to be done in terms of the implementation. Both of our countries have continued to cooperate and exchange views and consolidate positions, harmonize positions with regard to the way forward in the acceleration of the integration of our continent. It is in light of this that we felt we should present Excellency, to you that closer consultation between the two foreign ministries is vital, and that would be presenting a memorandum of understanding for cooperation between our two ministries that would enable us to have closer consultation on both bilateral and regional and international matters.